Hi everyone. So today I am going to be talking about my sales, selling online for the month of March. It was not good. It was not good. It was pretty terrible. And real quick, I'm just gonna kind of give some background as to potentially why that is, aside from worldly things going on. Just personally what's going on with me. So March has been a very rough month for my full-time job, for me personally with things going on. I also got really sick for a period of time, and I was not consistent with my listing because of all of the above. So, do I think it could have been partially me and my fault in my situation? Yes. Do I think it's fully that? No, because I didn't stop listing consistently until like midway through to the end of March. But that is also when my sales pretty much dropped off completely. The beginning of March, I still had sales like pretty consistently. Some days I was making multiple sales. We were doing good. The sales weren't high dollar by any means, but the quantity was good and I was happy with that. And I was hoping that it would continue, but that only happened for the first week of March. After that, things kind of just completely fell off, and that sucked. Not gonna sugarcoat things. It really sucked. And the motivation definitely wasn't the greatest due to that, even though I know like you shouldn't let that affect you. But I did, and with everything else going on during the month in my life, it affected me. Besides all that, let's just jump in and go through some sales with you. I'm going to go over my best sales are significantly lower than the first 2 months of this year. I'm going to go over my lowest sales and why they are the lowest sales. And then I'm also going through my fastest, quickest flips, which I feel like that's like probably the most important part to me. And I feel like that's probably the best information to get from this video. Quick overview, again, to just give you a big picture idea of, my sales this past month. I made 30 sales, so sold 30 items. And again, like I've been saying, my goals have been like to sell a dollar amount of $1,000 each month. I have yet to hit that. I've gotten very close to that each month up until now. I made $474.23 this month. That's less than half of what my goal is. Very disappointing. Yeah, I'm gonna try not to be super downer in this video. I still wanted to share this information with you because this is real. Not every month is great. Things happen in your life that can also affect your sales. So I just want to be real with you. So my highest sales, I'm just going to share with you 40 plus, and the plus 45 was my highest. So if that gives you any insights into, why I'm saying March was rough, that is why. I sold a Vera Bradley bag, and this one was like a briefcase. It was actually really nice. I would have kept it if it was my style, but it just wasn't quite the colors that I would reach for. And I do actually like to pick up Vera Bradley when it's a larger bag. I have picked up smaller things, and I just have noticed that the value just isn't really there for the most part. So bigger bags I will pick up. And they usually do sell around, in my experience, around 50-ish. but this sold at $45. The Vera Bradley bag sold on Poshmark, which was kind of nice because then I didn't have to worry about finding the right size box or the weight or anything like that. The next one sold for $44.99, so almost exactly the same as the last one. This one sold on eBay, and this was a pair of Cool pants. I really like selling Cool. I feel like it sells pretty quickly for me. And also I feel like this time of year is kind of like perfect for it. That was a good sale. I was really happy with that sale. I feel like that was a very good price for that sale. And actually I think it was a full price sale. Next sale was for $40.98. This was also on eBay, and this was a clutch, like a Nordstrom, I'll have the picture here, clutch. It was like a champagne kind of color. Really pretty, really nice condition. So that one sold. I was happy with that. Okay, next and last of my top sales this past month, sold for $40. Sorry, I'm like looking at my spreadsheet and going back and forth. Was a pair of Puma shoes. They're in very, very good condition. Sold for $40 on Poshmark. So I do actually really like selling shoes on Poshmark because then I don't have to worry about the weight. Yeah, just my preference is to sell the shoes on Poshmark. Although I feel like when I sell shoes on eBay, sometimes they can sell for full price. So yeah, they both have their advantages. Next, we're gonna talk about the worst sales. All of my worst sales were $5. You've seen my other like what sold videos recently. Sorry, squirrel, literally squirrel. Then you will know that the reason for these $5 sales is because I put up items that I want to take out of my inventory for auction on eBay, and I start all my eBay auctions at $5. So this means that these items did sell, but one person bid on them. They sold for the lowest price, $5. All of these are gonna be from eBay. We're gonna kind of run through these pretty quickly because they're somewhat insignificant, but still wanna talk about them, still wanna acknowledge really low sales. Ann Taylor skirt, this was new with tags, and it sold for $5. I don't need to repeat that. I will say what I made actually from these, because it varies. Even though the sale price is $5, the fees and the shipping cost varied. So I made $3.16 from that sale. Next one was Cloth and Stone. This is a top. It was like striped, very summery. I made $2.79 from. This is a pair of shoes that I kind of wasn't sure about. Let me know if you've sold this before, this brand. It's Propet. Is that how you say that? And they are, I think, more of like a comfort type of shoe. And my profits from this sale was $2.97. A J. Jill blazer. I kind of thought this would sell for quite a bit more than $5. Like, I initially thought, obviously, that this would sell normally before trying to liquidate, and I kind of thought that maybe it would be bid up. I don't know. J. Jill, I considered to be like bread and butter for me, but like I may need to like look back at my analytics and see if it still is, or if I need to like lay off a little bit. I know I've kind of changed what I've been picking up from them a little bit, but I would consider this a decent piece. Clearly it didn't perform well. I only made $2.56 from this J. Jill jacket. Last low sale, so 5 sales for $5, was Moda International, and I feel like this is somewhat like a Y2K kind of brand that people are buying and selling. It's like crochet-ish. It was kind of like a mishmash of color. Like I couldn't really tell what color it was, if it was like purple, if it was gray, it had some pink in there. But I would say it's very Y2K. It did sell. My profit from it was $3.87, so I think that's the highest profit out of all of them. There's that. Those are my kind of low sales, kind of failures, but at the same time at least they sold. There was also items that didn't sell from the batch that I had marked down and put on auction that I just had to redonate, so at least I got something from them, right? gonna try and be positive. We've all been waiting for, at least what I've been waiting for, are the fastest sales. So the quickest flips. What I do is I take whatever sold within 1 week. So within 7 days, that's what I'm gonna share with you. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, I actually had 5 sales that sold within 7 days. So that's good. The fact that I had some good quick flips is a positive. I actually made an error and didn't record in my spreadsheet. For my other spreadsheet, how many days each of these took, I just recorded that they sold within a week. So I will try to put it down here and try and figure it out again while I'm editing this, which really sucks because I was hoping to get this up quickly for you guys. I've also fallen behind on my videos. In case you haven't noticed, I haven't uploaded a video for a little bit. So doing great, doing great. I'm just gonna share them with you in no particular order because I don't know the order at this moment. But they sold within 7 days. The first item I'm going to talk about that sold quickly is a Polo Ralph Lauren sweater. This is a men's sweater. It was like a dark olive green. Sold on Poshmark, and it did sell for $30. Actually, that might have been actually an offer. So I think I accepted that because it was just a really quick sale. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize that there's an overlap here. The cool pants that I talked about earlier that were one of my top sales that sold on eBay, that was a full price sale, also was a very quick sale. So that one, the cool, is like ding, ding, ding. If I can find more cool, I will be picking it up. I think that's what this is telling me. Next quick sale is a pair of J. Jill jeans. This actually did surprise me. So, some J. Jill is still doing well. These are like a colored pair of jeans too. They were like kind of like a robin's egg kind of blue kind of color. And they were a slim ankle jean. And these sold for $25.50. So they didn't sell for much, but they sold really quickly. They sold on eBay. Wow, I am really doing great. You know that those Puma shoes that I talked about earlier that were also one of my top sales? Those also were a very quick sale. Okay, moving on. So sorry, this video is all over the place, guys. So not organized. Next quick sale, I think this was one of the ones that sold within 1 or 2 days. You'll see it right here. Was a pair of Sam Edelman like sandal flats, slip-ons, and they're actually, I mean, they were cute. They were in pretty good condition, and these sold for $20 on Depop. Oh my gosh, we have a Depop sale. I have been struggling with everything clearly, but selling things on Depop and Mercari lately. I have noticed that like each month make very, very few sales on Mercari and Depop, like maybe 1 to 2 a month on each of those platforms. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I probably am not using the right keywords on Depop is my thought, but because I'm using like a cross listing, I'm just kind of like cross listing it. I'm not like specifically writing things out for Depop. Maybe I should go back in and make some edits. I don't know. What do you think? What's your suggestion to really make Depop sales? Like, that's it. That's all I have for you guys. If you watched to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching me just struggle through this. Let me know if you sell as well. How was your March? How was your month compared to January and February? If you've done this for a long time, how have your sales been compared to last year? Am I the only one that has been struggling this month? Or is it kind of not just me? All right, also, I'm gonna put this out there. Let me know down below what your top sale is. Again, if you resell, top sale, best sell, sales dollars wise. What was your fastest sale? And what was your worst sale? Let me know down below. I want to know. I shared mine with you, so how about you share yours with me? All right, I will see you all next time. Have a wonderful and beautiful rest of your day. Take care, everyone. Bye.